Tonight, the Christmas holiday weekend sees a spate of deadly crime. A top cop on the operation that led to the seizure of an AK-47, ammunition and drugs. And a Beaufort woman speaks out after finding out that her house was deliberately set ablaze. The details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Monday, the 28th of December, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Over the Christmas weekend, St. Lucia recorded 3 homicides. Assistant Superintendent of Police George Nicholas explained that the police force faced a difficult and very bloody Christmas. Christmas Day, 1 individual lost his life, and on Christmas Eve, 2 Babonneau residents lost their lives. Genevieve Gonzague begins our reporting.
St. Lucia's homicide number so far for 2020 reached 54 over the Christmas weekend after 3 homicides. The 3 homicide victims suffered violent deaths on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day, 2 of which were recorded in the Babonneau community. Superintendent with responsibility for crime management, George Nicholas, explained that members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force had their hands full. On December 25th, 1 individual was stabbed to death following an altercation in Ravin Chabot, Castries.
The victim, 62-year-old Moses Leon, was reported to have received several stab wounds about the body. He was conveyed to the OKEU hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. A post-mortem examination is scheduled for today to ascertain the true cause of death. 1 man is in custody in relation to that matter.
On Thursday 24th, police was summoned to an alleged arson scene at Chassé-Babonneau, where an elderly man was pulled out of a burning house.
Police responded to an incident at Chassé-Babonneau, where it was reported that Winston Dorsey was severely beaten and burnt. He was escorted to the OKEU hospital, where he remained in the intensive care unit until the 26th of December 2020, where he succumbed to his injuries. A post-mortem examination is scheduled to determine the cause of death. No one is in custody in relation to this matter, but police are continuing their probe.
Also on Thursday 24th, another Babonneau resident was found dead, this time with an apparent head injury.
About 10:25 p.m., Babonneau police responded to an incident at Bourgis. Upon arrival, they discovered Simon Dillis of Bourgis with an apparent injury to the head. He was medically examined by a doctor and was pronounced dead on the scene. A post-mortem examination is scheduled for today to determine the true cause of death. 1 man is in custody in relation to that incident.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force has assured the public that they are working assiduously to resolve the current crime situation. 2017 saw the highest homicide rate with 60 homicides. So far, 2020 has seen 54 homicides. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Residents are speaking out about the spate of crime in the community.
Residents of the Ravin Chabot community are speaking out against the violence that claimed the life of a man who was simply trying to bring peace between 2 warring individuals. On Christmas Day, Moses Leon of the said community paid the ultimate price for being a peacemaker when he was stabbed multiple times in the chest. The individual on whose porch the incident took place, Nicholas Rix Gaston, told Hot 7 that he has not the slightest idea as to why the men ended up in an altercation.
I don't know what problems they may have, because all I did was to allow them to keep it in my porch, in my balcony. Okay? That is all.
However, residents have indicated that Leo was attempting to separate an altercation which he was not part of when he was viciously stabbed.
From what I heard, he was trying to put peace, separate. And then the youngster was so enraged from what transpired, pass that rage on him, so to speak. But he was trying to separate what was fueling between the youngster and some other guy. I wasn't there, that's what I heard. So I tried to pick out some sense out of what transpired, Yeah, but it's just a sad situation for our country right now. That violence seems to be not letting up, and like the Christians, they say we need some more prayers, You know, we need some more spiritual, we need to be in a spiritual realm.
Serge Valas says the youth are too quick to resort to violence.
There is a disparity gap between today's youth and long ago men. You know, we are easier able to dispel situation, but now it's very difficult with the youngsters we have coming our hand. They don't have that sort of thinking mentality that we have as grown-ups. And when I heard that, when a friend of mine called me and told me that in the morning, I really felt bad. And I used to say sometimes, you have to separate yourselves from youngsters because they are very aggressive, they don't listen, you know. And so we have to just separate. And
the incident occurred at around 11:45 p.m. Leon was rushed to the Owen King EU hospital via ambulance, but succumbed hours later on Saturday morning. Police arrested a 21-year-old male suspect in connection with the crime. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzalez.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force continues in its effort to rid the country's streets of illegal firearms. On Monday, Assistant Superintendent of Police George Nicholas explained that several illegal firearms and rounds of ammunition were seized during 2 operations over the weekend.
The officers of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force are continuing on with their non-stop mission to rid the nation of illegal firearms and ammunition, even if it means one gun at a time. Over the Christmas holidays, the force recorded successes in adding more deadly weapons onto the list of seized artillery. Superintendent of Police with responsibility for crime, George Nicholas, gave the details of the important finds made on Christmas Eve.
On the 24th of December 2020, Christmas Eve, Grocery Police recovered 2 firearms in separate incidents. A .40 caliber with 3 rounds of ammunition was recovered from a vehicle that was being searched by the Grocery Police. Later that day, they were on routine patrol along the Pigeon Island Causeway when they stumbled upon an AK-47 rifle with 37 rounds of live ammunition and 26 rounds of .40 caliber ammunition. Also, some compressed marijuana and cannabis resin was also recovered in that incident. No one was arrested in that incident.
Following this statement, he continued on to give information of another seizure that was made, this time on Christmas Day.
On Friday, December 25th, 2020, police conducted an operation in Bannon Castries about 2:40 p.m. 2 male individuals were searched, and as a result of the search, 2 firearms were recovered. 1.22 revolver with 6 rounds of ammunition and 1 homemade shotgun with 1 round of 12-gauge ammunition. Both individuals were taken into police custody and will be charged for having firearms and ammunition in their possession without a license.
The police executive revealed during a press conference on Tuesday, December 22nd, that the force is heavily reliant on intelligence-based investigations and that they will continue using this to tackle the nation's crime scourge. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
On Monday afternoon, following a bloody holiday weekend, news surfaced of a shooting in Castries.
One man has been reportedly rushed to the Owen King EU hospital on Monday afternoon after being reportedly shot multiple times along the Cedars Road. Although the details surrounding the incident are currently sketchy, reports from law enforcement on the scene indicated that they received a call about the shooting after 3 p.m. and that over 10 shots were fired. The shooting victim's details are currently unknown, as is his condition. However, we here at Hot 7 TV will have further details on the matter in a subsequent broadcast. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Stay with us. Still to come, a Vieux Fort woman speaks after discovering that her house was deliberately set ablaze by a man caught on camera. 26 new cases of COVID-19 are confirmed. An artist, Mongstar, releases a new song in light of violent crime and homicides plaguing the nation.